So now we get to verse 2.
We get to verse 2. I ain't talking to, let's run it down. Let's run it down.
And this is per Just Blaze. The fact that he never actually said the person's name makes it that much stronger of a record.
No, it doesn't.
Personally, I'll disagree.
No, because he tried to say like, because I think he said this in an interview where he tried to hit the if the shoe fits.
I hate the hit dog hollers.
No,
I hate hit dog hollers.
Because the person he's talking about at the time would never actually respond to him because he was in his own world. So let's name it off.
So now I ain't talking to Jeezy because that's my brother.
So I ain't talking to Scarface because that's my father.
I ain't talking to Bun
because that's my uncle. I ain't talking to Cass because that's my partner.
So let's start with those four. Can't be Jeezy.
Yeah.
They're gonna literally share a common enemy
very soon.
Scarface. Did it happen yet? The shooting happened already, right?
It happened already.
Yeah,
they already shared one. Jeezy's already out of here. Inspiration's coming in what? In the winter? Inspiration's in the winter.
I think so. Okay, so it can't be Scarface. Literally calls him his dad.
We already know what Scarface
literally calls him his dad. Ain't talking to Bun because that's my uncle. Bun's on the album. Ain't talking to Cass because they're my partners.
No one would ever do that.
06, interesting year for Outkast. They're getting ready to drop Idlewild.
Yep. And then they'll be done.
And then they'll pretty much be done with that, which is kind of sad. He talks about Outkast a little bit more later in the album. Because ain't talking to Jigga because that's my nigga. The real President Carter.
Thank you. Now we're here.
Give me diplomatic immunity. You and me, why bother? So the diplomatic immunity, I had to remember this. Jay-Z gets on Hot 97 and goes, all y'all that are sampling my records, I need 700%. Flex is dropping the shit out the bomb. Clearly to Cassidy. Yeah. Clearly to I think Clinton Sparks had a record.
Cassidy, who's the other guy that was sampling it?
I want to say Clinton Sparks had a record on his very rare 2004 album. He flipped oh my God. It wasn't Hollaback. Gilly had one too, but Hollaback did not come out till 07. He had a where you been? You ain't heard about the word. That was Clinton Sparks record. So he gets on Hot 97 and says, I want 700%. Y'all better stop stealing my fucking records.
Yeah.
Did not put anything towards T.I. because obviously Bring 'Em Out was huge.
Yeah.
You can't say anything to that. So he gives me diplomatic immunity in that.
Well, here's the thing. That's a double entendre too. I don't want to hear what the producers got to say about this record because we all know he's talking about Lil Wayne.
So Tube actually says people he was talking about on that record, most likely he's done records with them now, but at the time he wasn't cool with them. All you got to do is listen and read between the lines. That pretty much tells me
it's Lil Wayne.
It's about Lil Wayne.
It's about Lil Wayne because at the time, I think, and you can argue me down all day. I think he was threatened of Lil Wayne,
as many people were in hip hop at the time.
Because if you thought that he was gonna get mad at Lil Flip saying he wasn't King of the South, how mad do you think is someone saying he's the best rapper or he's the King of the South, or other fans saying that he was King of the South at the time? Yeah. So how would he try and beat that? By being bigger than that person and trying to big time him. He said the real President Carter. What was Lil Wayne stating on Dedication Part 1? I'm the president of Cash Money Records. I'm now the president of Cash Money Records. Dwayne Carter. Not got a mini pop shots to the beanie. But remember
when Jay gave him the.
But remember, Jay almost tried to sign him.
Yeah, Jay almost gets really close to signing him.
If you had the fucking Texas-sized chip on your shoulder that T.I. had at the time, you'd feel a way about that, wouldn't you?
Yep, exactly.
Would you not? Mm-hmm. So you're giving this kid who he be kissing his dad. That came out at this time too. The kid shit. I think the XXL issue was like later this year or maybe next year with him and Birdman on the cover of Katrina. I think it was 06.
Was that the one where they had? Because like Father Like Son was 06. So the one where they had the shirts off and the chains on. Yeah,
iconic.
Pretty sure it's 06.
Iconic.
It's sitting in my mantle somewhere. I gotta bring that.
I have that physical.
Yeah.
What would you feel a way if that was him? So again, I don't know what, because also, did Wayne not do a T.I. song? He did 24s on Dedication 1, didn't he?
They're on Soldier.
But they're on Soldier together.
Oh, as far as rapping on T.I. records, he hopped on Motivation on
he hopped on Dedication, right?
Dedication 1. Killed it, destroyed it. I can see why T.I. was mad as shit on that.
But again, damn, that's Wayne's song now. Remember, this is where that's Wayne's song first started.
Yeah.
So we're getting down to nitty gritty here of like.
And funny, that's with drama too. That's funny.
That's with drama as well.
Yeah.
So again, I think what DJ Toom says has a lot to do with it. I don't think Just Blaze had any fucking clue he was saying. I'm just gonna be real. So he talks about the diplomatic community part. He gave him diplomatic community. Yes, you're right. That was a Hot 97 shit. But who was their other closest collaborators at the time? Cameron and the Dipset.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gave me diplomatic community, you and me, why bother? So he's trying to say, oh, I was at Dipset first too. Before there you go.
Now wait a damn minute. T.I. was on royalty in 03.
Think about it.
And Wayne was really loving Dips in 05.
I was with Dipset first too. And again, this is a constant on this album of him trying to grandstand and big boy Lil Wayne. This isn't the only time it's gonna happen again. I'm gonna bring it up. So let's keep going here.
So he says, all I gotta do is buy a nigga a charger, and he come on. You wanna fuck up with stars?
This is just whatever.
Third, the king of Cloverland and Slim Thug is the boss on Paul Wall. Maybe the hardest real I bought for 100K. 100K. Paul don't want to talk, blah 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 blah. So he's talking about Houston stuff. Gets a lot of love. Paul Wall was giving him love. Slim Thug was giving him love. So now we get to verse 3.
I ain't talking to Buck because he a real nigga. I ain't talking to Pimp because he a true nigga. I ain't talking to BG because he like me. And he'll with
old cases and will kill niggas. Wild, because BG's about to go to jail.
But mentioning BG. So you've gone.
Oh, wow.
You've gone to, but listen, because BG's on the album.
Yeah.
So you've gone to every state, every hood in the South, and you just miss the biggest young rapper out the South?
Yeah.
I'm not talking about Master P or Birdman. We're talking about rappers here, not CEOs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he brings up BG, who not so, and we'll get to that too. He not so blatantly, this is Lil Wayne on this album.
And we learn, not so mad at Buck.
Yeah.
Not so mad. You could have been way more mad.
I don't know. They still ain't worked together. They still ain't worked together since. So you in your video wearing white tees, that'll make you no dope dealer, nigga. Who's wearing the white tees in the videos? He's wearing a white tee and
Bring It Back.
Go DJ, Bring It Back.
And Go DJ, actually. It might be both.
And I ain't talking about no Bankhead, Carver, Borough Homes, and no Adamsville, nigga.
I don't know how niggas thought that was Ross when he said white tee.
Why would it be Ross?
Well, T.I. and Ross end up having an issue.
They do, but T.I. largely ignored Rick Ross for a lot of his career. Until Rick Ross didn't he apologize or some shit?
It was off something stupid. So if you did not know, very early in Rick Ross's career, he references this on My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Had ciphers with Yeezy before his mouth wired. He had early Kanye beats, early 02. He had Doing My Job. If you listen to trap music, Doing My Job, one of my favorite records on trap music. Ross had the beat first. That had to be at least like 02, 03, because we don't hear Doing My Job on a tape at least until 05, when obviously Hustling starts blowing up crazy. T.I. gets the beat, gets to use the beat, obviously. I'm sure Kanye probably went to the highest bidder, maybe, something like that. And Ross was like, oh, he stole my beat. Fuck this nigga. There's a classic interview on YouTube. If you look at the Rick Ross T.I. interview.
T.I.'s version is better than Ross's version.
That's true, too. It's 10 times better. But you'll see Rick Ross just like this in a Cavs jersey. Fuck T.I., nigga. Classic. But I don't think he's talking to Ross on any of these.
So we still Ross he's like what, months away from his debut album at this point. So it is whatever. So he says, had it out with Ludacris, he's still my nigga. Sat down, civilized, talked about it like niggas. Yeah, you had to talk about it like niggas because he put the belt to your ass. You lost, nigga.
So it's not about Ludacris.
So I ain't never get served. Get your face. You did get served. He hitting the Jay-Z. I never lost. You did get served. You lost, nigga. You lost, bro.
Here's the record. Possibly a response to Lil Flip's line in his song "They Call Me FLIP." "They Call Me FLIP" is off the album or mixtape of Just Looks Like a Lucy. This looks like a Lucy. Flip said, "You told Atlantic not to clear that verse you did for Buck because Ludacris murdered your ass. Niggas know that you butt." And then all of this is explained in the Beef 3 DVD.
Yep.
I want to say that's also on YouTube as well. More than likely. More than likely all the rap stuff is available on YouTube. So they specify all of this in the Beef 3 DVD. And then just continues to go throughout the rest of the third verse.
It's about Wayne. He also says something about being a hot nigga or a hot boy, whatever, on it.
Just like
talk about a nigga want to be a hot nigga, gonna be a shot nigga. Yeah, I said it, nigga. I don't what nigga, butt nigga, like Lil Jon. I don't give a fuck. I give a damn if I never sell another Miller. Take my
rap back and say that Miller.
Compound come down every day, sell just like the old days. Stack another Miller. This is about Lil Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was trying to get him out because remember people would try and box with Wayne at this time to get him to respond.
And that's my thing. What made you scared to say that? in 06.
He was too popular and too connected. There was too many connections that
Wayne had
Cash Money.
Cash Money in general. I can see that. More so Cash Money than Wayne.
Too many connections.
Sure.
So I feel like, Mark, if Jay-Z had come out and said, you know what, man, fuck Lil Wayne, T.I. would have came out and said,
yeah, right with him. They technically did on Watch What You Say to Me.
They kind of did.
Yeah, exactly.
But still never said his name.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, again, there was, to me, the threat of Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
It was the threat of Lil Wayne. And it's always been that. It's the threat of Lil Wayne. It still happens today.